Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, winning Wednesday. Everybody needs to win today. Yeah, man, I feel good, man. I got some good sleep last night. I'm Greg Todd. I'm a physical therapist. I'm the founder of Physical Therapy Builder. I'm the creator of the Smart Success PT Academy. Y'all, here's the deal. I help passionate physical therapists achieve their dreams. I help them increase their earning potential so they can live fulfilling lives, y'all. That's what I do. That is what I do, and I freaking love it, baby. I love it. So anyways, this morning, I am kind of coming off two major highs, right? Monday night, I basically was able to do a live stream for Smart Success PT Season 5. Last night, we hit 1,000 people in my free mentorship group, and I did a live stream for them as well. But there was a question that came in right after I finished a live stream. It's actually from a student of mine, and she basically was asking this. She says, Greg, what do you recommend I do to develop my skills efficiently as a clinician fresh out of school? How many of you have that question as well? This is Helen, one of my winners from FIU. Got mad love for Helen, been able to speak to her on the phone 2 or 3 times. But she put that question in at the end of my mentorship live last night. And I want to answer that for her, but I'm going to also answer it for many of you because you're probably like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Because I remember when I was there, I remember when I was at that point, I was like, crap, man, I got to learn everything. And that's why like my company, the company that I worked for, not my company, the company that I worked for, they were like, you have free continuing ed hours that you could do through us every single weekend, man. Every weekend I was at a new CEU course. That's how I got the 180 CEUs in like less than a year and a half. Because I was doing CEUs like left and right. Still today, I look back and I say, man, that really, like what I know today, that's not what I would have done. So I'm going to tell you all what are the 3 things you need to do in order to efficiently enhance your skills as a clinician. And it's not what you think. Ready? Somebody write this down. Jasmine, Andrew, Trey, Aaron, write this down. Write this down, Jacob. Here it is. Number 1, improve your listening skills. It is a skill. Number 2, even more importantly, improve your communication skills. Number 3, improve your selling skills. Those are the 3 things that you need to do to be an efficient, effective clinician right out of school. I'm going to explain each one. For me, I thought it was, I got to get better at palpation. I got to get better at feel and joint play. I think I got to get better with understanding loading. That's what I thought. Today, I know better. If you want to be an efficient, y'all, I'm not talking about business. I'm not talking about business right now. I'm talking about physical therapists. Talking about physical therapy. If you want to be a boss, you want to be good right out of school, learn those 3 things. Your listening skills, improve on it. Could you improve on that today? Your communication skills, you better improve on it. Can you improve on that today? And please understand, I left this as number 3, but this is probably the most important. Your selling skills. Please understand that today. It is 2018, folks. This is not 1984. I don't care if your teacher got a mullet and they still living in 1984. I'm telling you in 2018, the trials, the struggles that I have at my office, those are the 3 things that I got to get my clinicians to be amazing at today. Does everybody understand that? With that said, you know what? Everybody share this damn video out. Share it out right now. Share this out because this is a lot of y'all being blindsided. They're not teaching you this in school. I'm not getting paid to talk to y'all right now. This is real talk. You guys share this video out. Share this damn video out. Let people know this is how you gotta roll with this. Okay, so let's go through them. Number 1, let's talk about the listening skills. Y'all, here's the problem. The big problem right now in healthcare is that most people are not even allowing the patient to speak. Most people aren't listening to what the people actually are having problems with. You are going into the evaluation, especially for you young ones. You're going into the evaluation and you basically have already prejudged what I need to do in the evaluation. Oh my gosh, I need to find out what their pain level is. I need to find out what their what their ADL levels are. I need to find out, okay, like what exactly do they need to get back to, right away. Okay, all right, I need to find out what their FIM score is. Okay, I need to do some G codes on them if they're Medicare. Okay, all right, like you already know this is what I need, because you're a slave to documentation. You're a slave to the insurance company. So the truth of the matter is that most of y'all are going into the evaluation and you're just trying to get out of these people what you need. And because of that, you're not really able to listen properly to them. Like, you're not able to listen because you're going in like, oh my gosh, I'm against the clock. Oh my gosh, I got 30 minutes left. Oh crap, 25 minutes left. Oh my God. Okay, okay. And that's what you're doing. And unfortunately, it has impaired your ability to listen to what these people really want. Because here's the deal. They're not talking to you out this in school right now. The reality is that people have 15, maybe if you're lucky, but more like 35, 50, $55 copays. That's what most people have in network. If you're out of network or you're cash, you're trying to charge people $150, $200, and you don't want to listen to them? Are you ishing me? Are you ishing me right now? Are you kidding me? You guys need to develop your listening skills. And if you are able to actually ask questions that relate to what they really, really want, and you're able to get that out of them, well, now you're in a different ballgame. And the truth of the matter is that I want to ask those of you that are on live right now, tell me right now, are they training you in school how to ask the proper questions so that you can get things out of them that they didn't even think about coming into the evaluation? Do you all know how to get a 64-year-old lady to be able to go from, I don't know what the hell these physical therapy people do, to at the end that she actually is getting back to the point where she's like, I actually want to be able to walk 4 blocks. I actually want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. Are you able to listen enough to pick up on the cues that are going to get you to be able to ask that question? Well, if that's the case, Tanya, they got a big problem on their hands. You got a big problem on your hands if you ain't learning how to listen to the people and then direct the questions. You should be the director. You should be the musical director in being able to let them talk and then direct their questions towards what you know they can actually get. They ain't teaching any of us that. I can tell you right now, if any of y'all ever want to, screw open up a clinic. If you just want to work at a place and you want people to actually come in, if you want them to come in and you want them to see you over and over and over again, if you screw that up from the first visit, it doesn't matter what other skin. I don't care if you have dry needle. I don't care what you have. They're not coming back. Not today. Not in 2018. Not in 2018. Unless you're working with work comp people, unless you're working with people that have no, like they have to show, like therapy is their work. That's the only people you're going to be able to work with. Not people that got to actually shell out money out of their pocket. You ain't got a shot in hell. You ain't got a shot in hell. And that's why a lot of people, they're not really burned out. These people are just frustrated because they're so ill-equipped for the real world. They're so ill-equipped. They're here bullshit with their gate belt. Like you haven't even talked to the people about what the hell they actually want. You haven't even talked to them. So the first thing you got to know is listening skills. Number 2 is your communication has to be so freaking on point. Your communication has to be so on point. Like for every single CEU course that you take, let's just say it's an 8-hour course. You literally should be spending double to triple the amount of time figuring out how you're going to explain that to people. How are you going to actually explain the stuff that you learned this past weekend at this how are you going to actually explain these things to people and explain it in a way that you could always say to them at the end, so you can. I'm going to be doing this on you so you can. Everybody's just learning more techniques, but people don't know what the hell that means. They don't get it. They never went to the damn course. They don't have any value in that. People are just coming back from a course on Sunday. They're going into work Monday. They're trying to find who they can do this damn new technique on. They have no idea how to even explain it to the people. How do you expect them to find value in that if you don't know how to explain it in a way that they actually are like, whoa, okay, this actually makes sense. For every single damn CEU thing, for everything that you guys have learned in school, you should be learning a technique in school. And it's to say it took an hour for you to learn that technique. You should be spending 3 to 4 hours learning how to actually explain that to certain groups of people. You don't have a shot in hell. Communication. That's it. Number 3, effectively as a clinician, right out of school, sell. That's it. You want to know something? My business partner was here yesterday. We were in this room. We were having our meeting. I told him, I said, Mike, I got to do a power call. I have a power call with one of my new students in season 5, Armando. And he basically asked the same damn question. It's like everybody's asking this question this week. And I was like, you know something? If I knew today that selling was the most important thing that was going to allow me to be a great clinician, I would have said, you got to be shitting me. That's what I would have said. But today, I can tell you right now, my ability to sell is what makes me such a great clinician. Not business person, a clinician. What is selling? Can we talk about what selling is? Selling is me taking my beliefs in what I do as a licensed clinical physical therapist and taking my beliefs and taking my energy on what I believe about physical therapy and imparting that onto someone that does not have that belief and does not have that energy. You guys got it? That's what selling is. If you think selling is a used car salesman with a crusty mustache, that is wrong. That's what I thought it was. The reason why I became a physical therapist was so that I did not have to sell. That was 20 years ago when I entered physical therapy school in 1997. The reason I became a physical therapist is because I didn't want to sell. My father was in the insurance business. I heard him sell. It made me feel nauseous. It made me feel icky. It made me feel like I wanted to puke. I knew that I wanted to become a physical therapist so I would never have to sell. That's why many of you became it. Today, the reason why I am the great clinician that I am today is because of my ability to sell. There have been many patients that have had unnecessary surgeries, that have had medication and they're addicted to medication. My patients, because of my inability to sell them. And that is the goddamn truth. Because I didn't sell them on continuing to fight through the things that they're going through. Because I know physical therapy and the way that we do it in physical therapy takes a long time. They ended up having surgeries. They ended up getting addicted to certain medications. They ended up living a life. Today, I, Greg Todd, am responsible for those people living a piece of shit life because of my inability to sell them. Do you guys understand that? My inability to sell is why they are struggling today. Now, I got to tell you something. Conversely, since I've learned how to sell, since I've learned how to take my passion and my energy, and you can't just be passionate about something, you actually have to ask. You have to actually ask, like, look, I want you to commit to staying with me longer. I want you to commit to doing this. And because I can do that today, there have been many people over the last 5 to 6 years that I've saved from having surgeries. I've saved from being addicted to medications because of my ability to sell. Selling is me taking my energy and basically transferring it to you. Like right now, I am selling you all on the reasons that I believe those 3 things Listening, communication, and selling are the main things that you need to be able to do to be an amazing physical therapist today. Now, is it working? I don't know, but I know this. I'm passionate about it. I feel very strongly about this, and hopefully my energy is being placed on you and you are receiving it. And you are receiving it. I'm going to tell you all this real quick. I'm going to tell you all this. There is a patient of mine. I can't say her name. There's a patient of mine. And honestly, I don't really work a lot in the clinic as more as a clinician. I'll be there for a little bit on Friday in the morning, but I really don't work a lot as a clinician anymore. I'm there maybe 2-3 times a month at most. But there is a person that came to my clinic. Okay? She came to my clinic. This lady is in her 70s. And I got to tell you this. Because of those 3 things that I said to you, I want to tell you what we're able to do with her. Okay, so I said listening, right? So in her evaluation, she was a former patient of ours as well. But in her evaluation, because I was listening and you know, again, I'm not insurance profiling, I'm not age profiling her, I'm not racially profiling her. She was able to, over time, as she started to talk and I helped to direct her questions, I found out that she actually, yes, she did have a problem with her hip, but she actually wanted to get back to Taekwondo. I didn't just look at her and say, oh, maybe she just wants to be able to poop better. No, she wants to get back to Taekwondo. That's because of my listening skills and my interview skills. And I was able to get that out of her. I don't think most therapists could. I think they just be like, okay, she can sit to stand with verbal assist. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. She wanted to do Taekwondo. That's because of my listening skills. I was able to communicate with her. And I was able to tell her that, you know what, you want to get back to Taekwondo? Well, let's get you back to Taekwondo. She goes, I actually want to be a black belt. 70 plus years old. She wants to be a black belt. Okay. Well, then that's what we got to do. Listening. And then I communicated with her exactly how we would attempt to do that. Now, I got to tell you guys something. I got to tell you this. So I told her that I think we would have about, you know, a 7 to 8 week plan. Now, I said, my team will execute this out for me. My team's going to execute this out for me. About 7 weeks later, I went to the clinic and she's actually like, she tapped me and she said, hey, Greg, can I speak to you real quick? She's like, I don't really feel like, I mean, we're at like 6 weeks and I don't really feel like my hip is right. I don't feel like it's right yet. Like, I don't feel ready. And you said around, 8 weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, I was hoping that it'd be 8 weeks. And honestly, in many cases, it could have been. But at that point, y'all, I had to sell her on why I believed she needed to continue. I had to sell her. I did my listening. I did my communication. But right now, it was about me selling her. But the truth of the matter is, how many of you can do that? Do you freaking believe in what you're doing? Are you willing to put your reputation and yourself as a clinician on the line to be able to get these people to get over the edge? She was doubting at that point. She was doubting. She was. But I had to sell her. I was able to sell her because I believe. Like, I believe in what I do as a physical therapist. I believe in my team. So I told her, I said, look, it's taken longer than expected. But I promise you, like, let's just go for this. This is the alternative. This is your alternative. This is your option. Do you want to do this? No, I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Do you still want to be a black belt? Yeah, I want to be a black belt. Well, then let's just stay the course. So I gave her the story of me doing a marathon. I was like, I was planning on finishing the marathon in, 4 hours and 20 minutes, but it took about an hour longer. It sucked, but I was still really happy 5 hours and 20 minutes later that I was able to cross the finish line. So let's just cross the damn finish line. Let's get it. And she was like, all right, let's get it then. I sold her, y'all. I sold her. So here's the deal. The reason why I say that's so important, because I got an email. I got an email from her, and I got an email showing her black belt. That was selling. That wasn't my dry needling skills. That wasn't my manual therapy certification. That wasn't my OCS. That wasn't my CSCS. That was my selling CS. I'm a certified seller in PT. I close people. And because I sold her, I was able to get her to her goals. So don't be coming with me that bullshit about, oh my gosh, I'm not a seller. Well, that means you're not a very good clinician then. Because the ability for you to sell is what's going to allow people to run the course. It's going to allow for them to stay on course. And that's the truth. So if Professor Willis ain't telling you that, then guess what? You getting set up, you're going to get your ass kicked when you get out of school. You're going to get crushed. I'm telling you right now. Listen, I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being straight up, real 100. I know this is controversial, but you're going to get your ass kicked when you get out of school. It's going to be awful because today is 2018 and today people don't have $5 copays. And today people are always trying to decide, is this make sense? Man, you better be able to present. You better be able to listen to what they really want. You better be able to sell to your heart's content. You better believe in what you do as a physical therapist or you're going to get crushed. You're going to get crushed in this field. When I say crushed, you're going to get absolutely crushed. And the reality is that the people that you want to work with, people always say they want to work with CrossFitters. I want to work with runners. I want to work with this. I want to work with that. I want to work with people that really want my help. Man, you better be able to listen. You better be able to communicate. And you better be able to sell with the best of them if you want to work with those people. I work with those people. I work with those people. You want to work at the cream of the crop? Man, you better learn those 3 things, man. In the next CEU course that you go to, you better spend triple the amount of time learning how you're going to explain that stuff to people. Let's get it.